senators, which can actually change the position of the senator judges, no? Well, in fact, medyo unfair nga na parang piniprejudge na natin yung position ng mga senator judges. As you can see, none of them is commenting on the merits of the impeachment complaint, on the articles of impeachment rather, because they are very much conscious that as senator judges, they need to be impartial, they need to be independent. And that is why, apart from political affiliation, the prosecution really have this huge task of presenting the evidence very well, no? Because even if your political affiliation is with the Vice President, if the evidence is so overwhelming that even the general public is already supportive of conviction, how can an ally of the Vice President vote against conviction? If it is seen by the general public, it might cause his own political interest. That's why evidence is very important. Alam po natin na merong existing political affiliation ang ating mga senador. But I am confident that they will be very, very cautious in casting their vote, in deciding on the impeachment, depending on the strength of the evidence which will be presented. Because at the end of the day, sila kasama sa huhusgahan. If they vote against the evidence, and the evidence is so overwhelming, it might cost their political interest.
So ma'am, we are hoping for enlightened self-interest ng mga senator judges.
I think so. I think so. Just like the members of the House, no? That's how I appreciate it, no? Co-consider nila yung evidence, co-consider nila yung political affiliation, but at the end of the day, ang mananaig sa kanila, the best interest of the Filipino people. Which means that kung ano ang matimbang sa sambayan ng Pilipino, I think they will go for that.
Eh kung magkaroon na unexpected turn of events na merong mag-move sa ilang senators na stop yung trial, what can they do?
Dapat may basis.
Run to the Supreme Court, gano'n?
Well, we do not want to anticipate a situation na just because of political affiliation, they will be moving to stop the impeachment trial. They will be moving not to convene the impeachment court. Dapat may basis. As a matter of fact, we should remember there are, I think, 4 petitions pending before the Supreme Court. All of them are questioning the constitutionality of the proceeding before the House. But to this date, wala naman pong TRO. Wala naman pong injunction. Which means so far, they have not seen any violation of the rules, the Constitution, and the decisions of the Supreme Court in as far as impeachment process is concerned. No? So I hope that the senators will be mindful of the importance of this political exercise. As a matter of fact, there's a specific article in the Constitution dedicated for impeachment. So the decision of whether to stop or not should not be based solely on political affiliation. Let the people hear. Ano bang dahilan? Bakit gusto mo itong ipatigil? May question ka ba ng unconstitutionality? Are you mindful that there are petitions already pending before the Supreme Court? In the absence of reason, sufficient basis for a motion to stop convening the impeachment court, baka, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, it might cost the political interest of the senator already. Because I think survey now about having the impeachment trial is very much in favor of proceeding to Senate for trial. Which means, ang gusto ng Pilipinong nakararami ay magkaroon ng tamang paglilitis dito sa impeachment na ito.
Mama, help us understand more. Kasi may nagkasabing ang Supreme Court masyadong overreaching, overacting nga, sabi ng mga non-lawyers. Ang tanong ko po sa inyo, ano ko ba talaga yung ibig sabihin ng 3 co-equal branches ng ating government? Kung ang Supreme Court ay aakto na ganun, pinasukan yung usapin ng impeachment, pinatigil ng impeachment, eh mukhang the gods of Padre Faura must be the supreme. Yung courtesy naman, kung nakabati lang po sa courtesy pagiging co-equal, yung budget ng Supreme Court, kahit alam niyo may 20% dyan, bakante yung mga pwesto. And yet, hindi nyo iniisa-isa kung magkano talagang ginagastos sa sweldo. At the end of the fiscal year, dinedeklarang savings, tapos pinaghahati-hatian bilang bonus. Pero hindi ini-scrutinize ng mga congressista ang budget ng Supreme Court in the name of respect and being co-equal. Pero parang hindi yata nare-reciprocate yung equal respect na binabagay. So, ang tanong ko po sa inyo, ano ba talaga pinagbabatayan para maging co-equal? Kasi kung pahituin ng Supreme Court yan, ano gagawin? Sabi ni Senator Tito Soto, trabaho namin to . Imagine yung Senate President, pinagpapaliwanag ng Supreme Court doon sa kanyang comment na ginawa niya bilang Senate President at bilang Senator. Ma'am, your explanation please.
Well, of course, we adhere to the principle of separation of power na ang executive ang tagapagpatupad, ang legislative ang tagagawa ng batas, ang legislative din ang taga-dinig ng impeachment process na ito. Initiation belongs to the lower house, trial and judgment belongs to the Senate, at ang hudikatura naman ang taga-interpret at resolve ng lahat ng mga issues concerning our existing laws, no? Nevertheless, regardless of our opinion on how the Supreme Court is addressing questions of constitutionality which are being filed before them, let us always remember that the Supreme Court is the final arbiter in all issues concerning our existing laws, rules, decision, and that includes issues concerning the impeachment process. In other words, regardless of how I think and regardless of how you think, under a civilized society like ours, we should recognize that authority of the Supreme Court as the final arbiter.
So ma'am, ang impeachment court, dalawang presiding officer. Yung Chief Justice at saka yung Senate President. Pinagpapaliwanag nga nung
The Chief Justice will be the presiding officer if the official being impeached is the President.
yeah,
But this time,
Senate President lang.
the Senate President will preside because the impeachable official concerned is the Vice President.
So ma'am, may chance bang mangyari yung sinabi ng isang senador, Robin Padilla, sabi niya, tungkulin daw nila sa minorya na umopose, kaya nga daw opposition . Exactly yun ang kanyang words na ginamit. Pwede bang mangyari yun na maputuhan yung senador? Ayaw namin ng impeachment, mas marami kaming umaayaw. Pwede bang mangyari yun?
So we respect Senator Robin Padilla, no? But in the absence of reason, of basis, why the impeachment court should not be convened, I think it will be very difficult to understand why they will move not to convene. Dapat ilatag muna nila ano bang dahilan. Kung ang Supreme Court nga to this date, they're not issuing TRO, they're not issuing an injunction, he should give us opportunity to hear first. Ano bang dahilan nyo why you are against convening the impeachment court? Because his reason, not just because they are opposition, they will be going against convening the impeachment court or going against the impeachment. It's very difficult to understand. This is a political exercise. What is at stake is the best interest of the sovereign Filipino people.
Ma'am, medyo hindi ko narinig yung isang word na binagit nyo. Ano sa binagit nyo? We expect o we respect? Yun pa yung ni Robin.
I respect Senator Robin, but his statement is quite difficult to understand in the absence of reason or basis why we should not proceed to convening the impeachment court.
Last week, sabi ng isang lawyer na resource person natin, he does not expect Sara Duterte to appear before the Senate. What do you think? Yeah.
Ako, I do not want to preempt whether she will appear or not. But if I were in her shoes, I will appear because this is my last opportunity to present my case. If I miss this opportunity, then I should anticipate the possibility of losing this case. Or in other words, receiving a judgment of conviction.
Sino ba harap sa na lawyers ni Sarah?
I anticipate that the legal team she introduced before will be the same legal team who will be appearing this time. I think that's Fortuna Basa, along with Attorney Poa. That's what I see during their press conferences.
In February of this year, ma'am, the Vice President has announced her intent to run for President in 2028. Knowing fully yung nitty-gritty at nung kasong ito na kinakaharap niya, how will this impact her chances, ma'am? From your vantage point again.
Well, ako po naniniwala na malaki ang epekto nitong impeachment trial na ito on the possibility of the president, of the vice president, being elected in 2028. I think the issue now is whether she will be elected or not, because the fact of running has been pronounced already by her, no? I express my faith to the sovereign Filipino people that whatever will be the decision of the impeachment court, as a matter of fact, I believe that the proceeding in the Justice Committee already affected the position of the Filipino people on whether or not they will be supporting VP Sara for president, no? Yes, she has pronounced already her intention to run, but this is only my humble opinion that the proceeding before the Justice Committee, the evidence that they saw during the proceeding, what will happen in the plenary on Monday, and what will happen in the trial, even without conviction. Just the fact that the people were able to see the evidence, I think this have huge impact already on the chances of the president as to whether she will be elected or what.
Yeah.
Teka, gamit ka ng microphone para kinig na lahat yung tanong.
Senator Amy Marcos is claiming now na there's a massive incentive package to secure a yes vote sa House of the Representatives for the impeachment. The offer includes 50 million in cash, 3 million peso in additional MOOE per month, and 150 million peso worth of projects per congressman na boboto daw ng yes. May naririnig po ba kayong ganon sa House of Representatives? Totoo po ba yun or hindi?
Of course, I can speak for myself only, and I deny that pronouncement of Senator Amy, with all due respect to her. Wala po akong na-encounter na ganyan.
And ang sabi po niya doon naman daw sa boboto ng no, zero budget and possible legal charges.
I deny that as well, in as far as I am concerned, wala po tayong naririnig, na-encounter na ganyan. As a matter of fact, wala pong kumausap sa akin regarding this impeachment process since day one of our proceeding in the Justice Committee.
Thank you, ma'am. Sa Monday, interpellation na po ba yun ng debate or do we expect na ng botohan? Gaano po ba katagal ang itatagal ng interpellation?
What I anticipate is we will be allowed to deliver our sponsorship. It will be followed by debate. And then after the debate, we should proceed to vote. We understand that this is a constitutional process which must not be delayed. As a matter of fact, you can see from the rules, every step of the way, there is a period provided when to finish, which means that this must be acted upon with haste. So kung ako ang tatanungin ng plenaryo, I am really inclined that these articles of impeachment be voted upon as well this coming Monday, right after the sponsorship and the debate.
So possible abutin po ng madaling araw.
I don't know.
Basta magkabotohan.
Depende siguro sa dami ng gustong mag-raise ng questions, no? But of course, we are confident, not only myself, the justice members are ready to respond to all their questions.